are ITC Cybersecurity, empowering businesses with robust cybersecurity protection.
Welcome to the Ciphered Reality Podcast from IT Cybersecurity, small businesses partner in proactive cybersecurity. I am Mike Rotundo, and here with me, as always, is my co-host, Mari Cherry, the brains behind the podcast. Today, we are going to unravel the mysteries of cybersecurity one bite at a time, from digital heists to hacker exploits. We're going to uncover online threats and the strategies to stay ahead. Whether you're an IT pro, business owner, or just safeguarding your personal stuff, this is your guide to the cyber world. Today, we're going to go through some cybersecurity news and discuss what, Mari?
University cybersecurity.
University. Like students or like universities?
A little bit of both.
Okay. A little bit from column A, a little bit from column B. Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
All right.
This might be another practice episode.
Hey, practice makes perfect.
Or something.
Or something.
Okay. News this week I have from Security Boulevard. I'm not sure. Well, I don't know. I didn't recognize that one. But anyway, we're going with it.
Only Boulevard I know is Electric Boulevard, and it's an old 80s song by Eddie Grant.
I don't
So
know. I'll have to
it's
look it up.
it's a techno reggae kind of thing.
Oh, maybe I'd like it. I'll have to
Rock
try
on
it.
down to Electric Avenue.
Oh, yeah, I know that song.
Yeah,
I didn't know that's what that was called. I
yeah,
know that song. Okay,
yeah,
I got you. Okay.
yeah. Anyway, and that
Okay.
concludes the music review portion of the podcast.
All right. Survey finds cybersecurity teams overwhelmed by cloud security alerts. Okay.
Yep, I
I thought
concur.
this was interesting. I do have a thought. There's a reason I
Okay,
picked this one.
please share.
More than half of organizations, 53%,
Hmm.
find that the majority of their cloud alerts are false positives, which is a bummer.
Hmm.
The number one inhibitor of validating alerts in a timelier fashion is shortage of experienced IT security personnel, followed
Hmm.
by too many data silos or lack of integration. I was going to ask you about that too, about your thoughts on the data silos and lack of integration. If
Okay.
you think that's really like an actual concern. They say
No,
it's
it's an actual concern.
okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, a full 92% said they face challenges securing their cloud environments due to using too many point solutions.
Hmm. Endpoint
Um,
solutions.
yeah. So what's the deal with that?
Well, so to distill it to its simplest form is there's getting too much data to handle because there's too many points, there's too many data inputs coming to
Hmm.
them. So they're not, which one is the most important? What do I look at first? Which is why they need a
Right.
log aggregator and they need a SIEM to manage those kind of things. So people don't want to spend the money on a SIEM. They don't want to spend the money on a log aggregation tool.
Got it.
Because, when some of the bigger companies I worked at, we've had log aggregation tools, but we've had to write Python scripts in order to distill the data and create, relations between vulnerabilities and issues. Whereas, a lot of people are trying to work around that, especially in the small business. Well, the problem is then you start getting a ton of stuff. And it
Hmm.
reminds me of the old Tripwire days, which, we were talking about FIM, File Integrity
Hmm.
Manager, with a client the other day,
Hmm.
and you'd get hit with 10,000 alerts in a day. No human being can deal with 10,000 alerts in a day, even
No.
if 53% are false positive, but you still got to go through them.
Right.
So you really need to distill that tool. Then the other problem is there's too many tools, and then the too many data silos. The problem is that you're using Zoho and you're using HubSpot and you're using
Hmm.
SQL and you're using this and you're using that and you're using that, and it's like there's just too much coming in. So there's no integrated technology. There's no plan. We're bolting everything on.
Right. Okay.
That makes sense?
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Thanks. Thanks.
All right. Any
Many.
more thoughts on your side?
I do have a question. I'm gonna read through something else, unless you
Oh,
want to
please,
discuss. All right.
please.
Many of those alerts are generated simply because the pace at which changes are made to cloud computing environments generates a cascading series of alerts that may not necessarily indicate there's an actual breach. So I hadn't thought about that before either. What is that saying?
Well,
Just that
something's happened. Yeah, you're just
a
getting a lot of
potential?
alerts that you may think is much may be a big thing, and you're like, oh, it's actually nothing.
Hmm.
Um,
Okay.
here, here's a blast from so When you have like a FIM tool or a security management tool on a password change or a password or a login, okay,
Mm-hmm.
here's where your concern is. I change my password on my desktop, on my
Right.
mail. I don't change it on my phone. Well, my phone will try and hit my mail every
Oh.
30 seconds or so to try and update.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to get, 500 attacks of, and that's not a piece of exaggeration, but you're going to get all these attacks of someone trying to log in with the wrong password. Well,
Yep.
it's actually just because you weren't smart enough to change the password on your phone too. So, but those all have to be investigated.
Got it. Got it. Okay,
So,
so would something like that AI tool, that AI service
mhm.
we've been looking into,
Yeah,
would
flirting
would
with,
help
yeah,
with this?
I think so.
So that's kind of a big deal.
It is a big
Big
deal. That's
deal.
definitely it's a big offering that will be coming from RITC Cybersecurity soon.
I'm so excited.
I know.
That's all I had for that one. Do you have anything you'd like to add for that news story?
Well, I think that's good. I mean, that's really what it comes down to is they're just getting overwhelmed. And then the part
Yeah.
about not enough experienced cybersecurity people,
Mm-hmm.
we keep hitting on that theme is there's just not enough talented people out there.
Yeah.
And
That's too
the
bad.
other problem is that, due to hiring practice, everybody over 50, 55 that has all this skill set, because they're expensive, they've been around for a while, no one wants to hire them. They all want the 20 something, but they don't have the 50 something's experience.
Right. What do you
So,
do?
right. Hire some guys over 50 or
Probably a good
girls
idea.
or whatever. Yeah.
Some people, some
Yeah.
human beings.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. This one is from Cybersecurity News.
hmm This is a scary one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Interesting, but yeah. So, do you say help TDS weaponize legitimate sites, PHP code templates with fake Microsoft Windows security alert pages?
hmm We know someone that was hit with that. We spent a lot of time fixing their computer.
That was your favorite thing.
Uh-huh.
A a sophisticated traffic direction system known as Help TDS has been weaponizing compromised websites since 2017, transforming legitimate sites into gateways for elaborate tech support scams.
Funny how that works.
Yeah. The operation specializes in deploying PHP code templates that redirect unsuspecting visitors to fraudulent Microsoft Windows security alert pages designed to deceive users into believing their systems are compromised.
hmm
And that's a lie. Those lying liars.
Right.
Yeah. So then these redirects lead victims to sophisticated scam pages that employ full screen browser manipulation and exit
Yep.
prevention techniques,
Yep.
effectively trapping users within fabricated security warnings that mimic legitimate Microsoft alerts.
Yeah.
Oh, that's mean.
Yeah. Yeah. But it works.
Well, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
This also says Help TDS has evolved into a comprehensive malware as a service platform, providing standardized PHP injection templates and fully featured malicious WordPress plugins to criminal affiliates.
Yeah.
I know this, but every time it goes into it's a whole industry.
Oh yeah. 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 They're a business
It blows my
and they're full service.
Yeah. Yeah. Why is this still surprising to me? I don't know. I don't know.
It should make sense, but it does. And that's
Hmm.
just the way the world has evolved.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, they also they are monetizing channels including dating, cryptocurrency, and sweepstakes scams for traffic that doesn't meet tech support scam criteria.
right.
They're being so sneaky about it.
Yeah. They're very, very skilled.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway, thoughts?
I mean, that goes back to, our conversation about how it's all social engineering, how it's all
Mm-hmm.
behavioral manipulation, right? So, but I think the biggest takeaway for all of our users, home users especially, Microsoft will not contact you directly and help you with a vulnerability on your computer. They are not going to do that. You bought your license, good luck.
Good luck.
That's that's really what
That's
it
it.
is. It's patch your device and roll your dice. But They are not going to contact you and say, "Hey, Jimmy, you have a vulnerability on your computer, and we're going to fix it for you." They don't do that.
That's
There are
so
no nice
nice.
helper people calling you from the FTC to say that your bank account has been compromised and you need to go buy them gift cards to, so you can save your money. And they need those numbers so they can verify it. It's just they're insidious. They do it, and they also
Mm-hmm.
prey on people that are older or people that are trusting. It's almost like the medical scams because people over a certain age, if a doctor calls and says, someone pretending to be a doctor calls and says, "I need all this information," or comes from a doctor's office, they give it to you, right? Well,
Oh.
it happens. But so yeah, I mean, this is a big deal. But I mean, they also have like AI generated phishing pages that they have
Mm-hmm.
and all this other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's really what it's coming down to is it's like, this is your one-stop shop to really mess with people. But the sweepstakes things is a big thing.
Is
It
it?
really is because oh yeah, everybody wants something for nothing. Enter this sweepstake,
Yeah.
wins $3 million,
Oh.
kind of thing.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And they figure, oh, what's the harm of just, filling out this form?
Right.
It's just a sweepstakes. Or,
Right.
I don't remember the other two examples you got, but sweepstakes stuck in my head because I know someone that fell for that one too. So,
Mm-hmm. Uh, it's just a dating
oh,
cryptocurrency.
dating. Yeah, dating is a huge thing. Because we've talked about there's the whole Nigerian like schools on how to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they train. I mean, these people are like trained, and there's books on it. I mean, that's how they do it. They're like, wiki how. It's like. And I know
Reputable
people,
source.
and they said this in our last podcast that I know people in my life. They're not close to me, but I know people in my life that are that oh, you're in cybersecurity, yeah. I had this happen. It's like, all right, how nice do I be right now?
Brutally honest.
Yeah, right. As they break down in tears in front of me. Yeah.
Oh, oh, poor little lamb.
Well, yeah.
All right. Anyway, it's
So no,
yeah,
that's a pretty wicked little
sweeping.
deal they got going
Mm-hmm.
on there.
Mm-hmm.
But I
Mm-hmm.
think one of the key things is for all of our WordPress aficionados, stay the heck away from WordPress.
Tell us how you
So
really feel.
yeah. I actually sent it to a couple people that are like, yeah, we're migrating to the new version of WordPress. Here you go. So,
How about no?
yeah,
Okay. Luma affiliates using
yes,
advanced evasion tools designed to ensure stealth and continuity.
yeah,
The Luma information sealer has evolved from its 2022 origins into one of the most sophisticated malware as a service ecosystems in the cyber criminal landscape.
right.
Okay. Luma has established itself as the dominant info stealer platform. Good
Hmm.
job, guys.
Yeah.
Great job.
Hey,
Accounting for approximately 92% of stolen credential listings on major underground marketplaces by late 2024.
yep.
That's huge.
Yes, that's monstrous. Yes,
Wow.
that's a big market.
Who are these people? Just kidding. Who are you? I was going to quote another movie. We're not. Okay. The ecosystem's resilience was demonstrated following major law enforcement takedowns in May 2025
Hmm.
when Luma infrastructure was reestablished within days,
Yes,
showcasing the platform's operational discipline and distributed architecture. Days.
days. Yeah,
Is it always that fast? Or is it just because they're so
it
big?
can be. It can
Okay.
be.
Okay.
It depends
Okay.
on how they planned it out, and again, that's a lot of sophistication. It's not like you're going to find one rogue random server sitting in
Yeah.
someone's basement that's doing all this. You know, everything we teach our users to do to protect ourselves, they learn the same things to do to protect themselves.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Oh, you know what though? I never thought of that. So they have to protect themselves too. So they're like they've got like double the work,
yeah.
but they're making a lot of
Well,
money.
and like the adage that, in law enforcement is, you have to be right every time. I only have to be right once.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of discipline there
Yep.
that they have to have.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I saw this video. It was just a short clip, and it was like, uh, my like basically their whole cybersecurity like best practices. It's like this, this brick wall and
Uh-huh.
a little ditch, and there's a
Uh-huh.
cat sitting on the other side of the ditch, and it jumps across the ditch into this tiny little hole in the brick wall and makes it. And it's like my cybersecurity practices, and then the one the one breach.
Yeah.
This cat makes it across the ditch into this tiny little hole in a brick wall.
Yep.
And
It
yeah,
happens all the time.
it does. It does.
Cats.
Um,
Ugh.
yeah. Anyway, so also there was they mentioned the ghost socks integration.
Mhm.
And I thought that was really funny.
Ghosts don't wear socks.
As, no, I mean, how do you know? How do you know?
You can't see them, so I guess not.
As far as names go, though, that made
That's
me
a pretty good
chuckle.
one.
I thought it was
Yeah.
funny. Anyway, the most significant advancement in Luma's evasion capabilities emerged through its partnership with the Ghost Socks team in early 2024.
Yep. Well, remember, we
That's,
just talked about ghost malware, right?
yeah, yeah,
So,
right.
yeah.
That's really the only reason I brought that up. It's because I liked their name. Good job, guys.
Cool. Yeah, so this is another one where they're basically, and this is why fighting back is a bad idea, because what they're doing is they're turning their infected hosts that they infect into proxies for them.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, that's right. That was something I had put on there and I didn't say. Yeah.
yeah.
Go ahead.
So, yeah, I mean, so, that's why we can't have the free fire zone on the internet that everybody thinks,
Hmm.
oh, it should be so good if we could fight back. The problem is, grandma's computer that's infected with this, that basically she checks Facebook and has her grandkids' pictures on,
Right.
might be the number one bot army in America. You don't know. And
Oh.
so you're going to bust down grandma's door and you're going to be like, you're a cyber criminal. And she's going to be like, what? What?
Just,
Did
no,
you want
yeah,
cookies?
let me
What?
turn this up.
Yeah. Let me turn up my my hearing aid.
Oh,
Yeah.
poor grandma.
Not that grandmas can't be cyber criminals. I'm sure there's probably one or two out there.
I
But,
hope so. Have you seen Hoodwinked?
no, I have not.
Oh shoot. The grandma like disappears. And anyway, she has like, have you seen Triple X with Vin Diesel?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so she has that tattoo on the back of her neck. And anyway, turns out that she's a badass. She's Red Riding Hood's grandma, but she's actually secretly like, Vin Diesel's character from Triple X.
Jeez. I'll have to check that out.
It's silly. Anyway, all right, that's all I've got for news this week.
Huh. But that's a good one. I mean, it really is. I mean, there's just some serious crap out there, and
Mm-hmm.
but turning them into proxies. I mean, so we've talked before about bot armies, and
Mm-hmm.
they're dangerous things. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
that's why you can't have a free fire zone, right? I mean, you just can't.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. It does.
Yeah.
All right. Topic for this week is university cybersecurity. Okay. First of all
Hey, let's try
universities.
this. Do you have a kid going to college this year? What do they need to be
Oh,
concerned about on IT?
what should they be concerned about?
Yeah.
That's good. Good
Yeah.
job. Look at you. You caught it.
Yeah.
I didn't.
I don't know how good that
Sorry.
is, but at least it's something.
Yeah, it's something. So all universities that receive funding from the Department of Education must follow FERPA, which is a
Hmm.
federal mandate. And that's funny. We just talked about this. I didn't even know it was
Oh,
a thing
oh
until
yeah.
just this week.
It sounds like a made up word. Yep.
it it does.
Yeah.
So, FERPA gives students rights to access educational records within 45 days of a request, amendment of records, consent of disclosure with few exceptions. Universities are required to obtain written consent before disclosing education records to third parties.
Hmm.
I feel like that could be useful information for someone
Yes.
heading off to college.
Yep.
Institutional responsibilities establish policies, educate staff, and maintain records securely. I, yeah.
Yeah.
Who knew that was a thing? Also, apparently, I didn't get a list. I didn't have time. Also, that seems like it would take. But a lot of universities are also NIST compliant. Is a
Yeah,
little
because
bit
it's
of research.
government.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And CMMC and what would be the other one? There was one more. PCI. What was it?
PCIP or PCI or HIPAA probably as well.
Yeah, HIPAA was another one. Yep. Yep. Um, and then yeah, cybersecurity best practices. That's pretty standard, like MFA training, patching, network segmentation, security management. So also, I'm going to list a few things, and then you
Okay.
add something if I
Oh, okay. We'll do.
leave something out. Some
Okay.
main challenges universities face are open networks, BYOD for staff and obviously
So,
students, limited budgets, which that for sure, awareness gaps, and high research value. So if the universities are doing research on sensitive subjects, they're usually a higher target, which
right.
again, that makes sense.
Mhm.
I just hadn't thought of any of this stuff. Going
Why
through
would
it,
you?
it's like, oh,
Mm.
light bulb. Yeah, duh.
Yeah.
But
No.
yeah, it just wasn't on my radar. Just
Yeah. Well,
sure,
now
glad
it
you brought
is.
it. Now it is. Now it sure is. Anything? Anyway, did I miss anything?
I don't think so. I think that's real good, especially the research. Everybody forgets about that,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because there's a lot of big schools out there, that do research, heavy, heavy duty research, and
Mm-hmm.
and then even especially the ones that are dealing with like gene mapping and stuff like that and human genetics, those are really high, priorities because the Chinese are going after that stuff, and perhaps they may want to create a virus sometime that maps to that kind of
Mm-hmm.
stuff. So
Yeah. So as far as like limited budgets, do you have any
mhm.
recommendations for like students to better protect themselves or anything like that?
Yeah, I honestly do. I mean, I think, if you can afford it, mom and dad buy them a new computer when they go out to school, first of all. Make sure it's patched, updated, full antivirus, that kind of stuff. But then there's the basic cyber hygiene stuff, right? Be careful where you're going, get a firewall
Mm-hmm.
on that thing, make sure it's configured for security.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Make sure patches is automated, make sure that antivirus updates are automated. But, we got to stress password security too, because they're going to be logging into a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
This goes back to the discussion we had in our last podcast about educating kids as soon as they are at school and using computers.
Yep.
This needs to be like part of freshman orientation, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Really should be. Because, think about it, you're some kid, you're going into college and you're going down the research track and, your password is keg stand 123, so because
Awesome.
you're in college and why not? So, yeah,
That's
yeah.
funny. So what would you recommend for someone who maybe doesn't have their own computer?
You can still maintain those procedures, like, don't ever, if you're using a shared computer, don't ever, a lot of them will give you the option to say, this is not, do not save anything on this device, it's a public device, or
Mm-hmm.
never select remember me. But
Yeah.
you also can maintain password complexity if you don't have your own computer.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And what
but
what?
I was gonna say, so
Go
I
ahead.
run into a lot of them that have actually all they ever use is their phone. And
Uh
I've
huh.
talked to some people that because they want to do everything on my phone, you can't do that
Yep.
anymore. You need to have a computer. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Just because I mean, I don't know what campuses are like nowadays, like I did really before, but I'm sure there's still kids out there that don't have access to their own computers and have to utilize
yeah,
what the college
yeah,
provides.
yeah. And that's the problem though, because you don't know. I mean, the college staff, they're trying, but you brought
Right.
it up earlier, short budgets,
Right.
right? So
Yeah. And if
it's
that's the only access you have, what do you do?
yeah. I mean, are you going to focus on the library computer, or it's just like if you just take a total different tack and talk about sports, what what sport in colleges gets the most money? It's always going to be men's football because it
Mm-hmm.
makes the most money. Well, in
Mm-hmm.
colleges, what's going to get the primary focus is your money drivers, right? It's still
Right.
even though it's a college, it's still a business. So if you're doing research, whether it's academic, whether it's medical, whether it's technological or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. That's where all the money's going to go.
Mm-hmm.
Not to the bachelor arts people, the liberal arts
Right.
people.
Right.
So,
Oh, yeah.
because
All right.
poets are always starving in college and out of college. So,
Oh, what do you do? That's too bad.
yeah. Yeah.
All right. So common threats. It's kind of just the same as anywhere. Phishing, ransomware, data breaches, unpatched systems. That's another thing that's hard, is because if it's like a community device,
Right.
is that something
You don't have the
you should
ability to
check?
patch it. Yeah, we don't have the ability to because
Oh,
you're
you
locked
don't.
down. Yeah. So you're
Okay.
you're basically trusting
Ah. Okay.
someone else. So, you can get a
Oh.
computer at Costco for like $500. I mean, honestly.
Yeah.
So, you know, but I realize a lot of people are going to college on the shoestring. But if you're taking out those
Right.
students' loans, spend part of it on it. You don't have to go buy a $2,000 MacBook.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
go to 500, get a $500 Windows HP at Costco or something, Best
Yeah.
Buy, whatever.
Just give you a little more security. Save up a
hmm
little, maybe.
Yeah, and it allows you to control your data and what you keep
Mm-hmm.
there, and um, it's always a concern. So.
Yeah, for sure.
The other
Uh.
thing that we've talked about a lot is the
Mm-hmm.
scams about, like women texting guys that
Yep.
the pictures and all that kind of stuff and nude photos flying around, which I think is probably pretty prevalent on college campuses.
I would imagine.
So there's a lot of phishing like that, a lot of social
Mm-hmm.
phishing, social engineering, and then blackmail. I mean, think about it, your mom and daddy's sweet little girl, you go off to college, and then all of a sudden someone's making AI pictures of you,
And then
you know?
what? What do you do?
Yeah.
Ah,
So you freak
it's
out. You didn't do it. You don't want mom and dad you don't want to get in trouble. And so you start spending your student tuition on paying off a blackmailer.
oh, I hate that.
So, yeah.
Rude.
Yeah.
That was rude.
But I mean, cyber criminals don't have consciences. They're just business people. They're trying to make money, but they're also criminals, right? So there's no morality.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes I have a hard time wrapping my brain around that. Like, it's not that hard to just be decent. And then I'm like, but I guess some people just don't. I don't know. Don't have time to get
And,
into that.
that's a whole different kind of
That is,
podcast.
yeah, that's for sure. Well, that's not what we're talking about today.
Huh.
Anyway, other common threats: IoT device risks and insider threat.
Mhm.
Which, yeah,
And
that
so
could.
that's a big deal.
So, according to an article posted by Bitdefender, a University of Utah paid $457,000 to prevent ransomware operations from leaking stolen data in 2020. So I know this is a few years old, but I just wanted to give an example. Anyway, they paid the
Yeah.
ransom.
Right.
Um, so the attack rendered their servers temporarily inaccessible. They
hmm
stole student and employee information. Only
hmm
0.02% of data on the servers was affected. The university was able to restore IT services and systems from backups. The university decided to pay the ransom demands with the help of cyber insurance. So I guess maybe that's why they decided to pay it, because they had cyber insurance.
I think because somebody made a bad decision.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay.
So, and remember, we have, two different lines of thought from the federal government and guidance in paying ransom. FBI and
Right.
law enforcement say,
Don't
don't
do
pay
it.
it, you're funding terrorism. The IRS
Mm-hmm.
says you can write it off.
Right.
So,
Right.
but the government, they may have been using a government grant. It's not their money. What do they care?
Yeah. I didn't put it in here, but in the article I found from Bitdefender, it said that they didn't use any of the university's like funds that were allocated toward running the university or students, like helping
Right.
provide stuff for the students. So I don't know
Yeah.
how that all ties together.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's been a
any
long
thoughts
time since I've
for
been in college.
same?
Yeah.
I didn't go. Oh, college days.
Yeah. Yeah. Just like Animal House.
Yeah. I've never seen it. Maybe I
You've
should.
never seen Animal House?
I have
You have to
not.
see Animal House.
Okay. Okay. We'll look it up. I have so
Yeah.
many things to look up in all my free
Uh,
time.
And you have so many movies I've recommended to you.
I know. I have a list in my head,
Mhm.
which isn't good because I've probably forgotten half of them. But that's right.
Yeah.
I do have 10 questions. That's all I've got
Okay.
as far
Okay.
as
That's fine.
information for.
Let's do our 10 questions.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Speed round. I'm gonna give you
Okay.
5 seconds this time. 5 seconds
Okay.
to answer each
Thank you.
question.
I appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. No problem. You were kind of slow the last few times, so.
Yeah, I know, man. I'm trying, Mari. I know my review's coming up, and I hope I do okay.
I was really hoping you could get that 2.5 seconds, but it's fine. It's fine. We'll deal.
Sorry. Someday.
No, I'm teasing. Okay, number 1. Why is cybersecurity important for students?
So they're vulnerable. Everybody's got something of value that somebody wants to steal, right? So,
Yeah. A lot of people don't think that, but it's true.
mm-mm.
2. What's the most common cyber threat on campus, would you say, in your opinion?
Common would be identity theft, I think.
Oh,
That would be
yeah,
the most
okay.
common one. Yeah. And then I
3.
would say probably extortion second.
Oh, that's such a bummer. These young
Yeah.
kids just trying to do something with their lives. Leave them alone.
Yeah.
Gosh. Okay, 3. How often should you change your university account password?
Every 90 days.
90 days. All right. What makes a strong password?
The complexity, it's not necessarily the length, it's the complexity. So,
Mm-hmm.
generally if you go with a 15 character password that's got a letter, uppercase, lowercase, number, special character, you're going to be good. You just don't keep reusing the same password over and over again, and don't use it in different places. It's
What?
also not a strong password. It's a strong password for every time you need a password,
Mm-hmm.
right, in different
Yep.
places. And
Yep.
if mom and dad buy you a computer or you buy your own computer, get a password keeper so you can make the complex passwords.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Why should students avoid using public Wi-Fi for sensitive tasks?
oh, that's real easy because there's a thing called a Wi-Fi pineapple, and they'll be able to
Mm-hmm.
steal your signal. You don't know what the real Wi-Fi is, and God only knows what you're giving them. So,
What is multi-factor authentication, MFA, and why is it used?
multi-factor authentication is exactly what it says. It's two factors, or at least two factors in authentication. So it's something you know and it's something you have. So it's going to be a password and a token, or a password and something else, something biometric. Why is it important? Because you can always break one factor. Breaking two factors makes it that much more difficult.
Cool. How can you tell if an email is a phishing attempt?
Multiple ways. You can hover over the email address. You can hover over any of the URLs that are in there. If there's urgency expressed that doesn't make sense, if it's not something that's not coming from you or from someone you know, and they want you to download something, things like that is simple stuff.
Yep. What should you do if you suspect your account has been hacked?
Change your password for one.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Depending if anything's missing, anything's gone, but I would change my passwords first. Depending on how long ago I left mom and dad's house, I may go home crying.
Right.
Yeah. Mom,
Oh. Why
college
is
is
software?
hard.
College is hard. I'm sure. Why is software updating important?
Because as software gets outdated, it's easier to hack because people are trying to hack and trying to find vulnerabilities to exploit.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go for, if you, as long as you're staying patched, you're staying up to date with security vulnerabilities that the professionals are finding, Microsoft, Windows, or Apple, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
Google, so everything stays patched, which is the best defense you can have. You'll beat 95% of people by being patched.
Nice. That's a pretty high number.
Yeah.
What is one way to protect your personal device on campus?
One way.
Just one.
Um, Never leave it unattended, for one. Number two, strong password. Number three, turn it off. Number four, you know, don't have
Handcuff it to yourself. I'm just
yeah, don't have services on it that you don't need. Yeah, handcuffing is working. It works. It's not
I'm
just for date
teasing.
night anymore, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh no. Oh no. We're talking about universities. All right.
Yeah.
That's all the questions I have. That is.
All right. We did those in
That's
4 minutes. On that note, we've had fun. Hope you did too.
yeah.
It's Friday afternoon, so Mari's gonna go do some research. I'm gonna go have some fish tacos and Scottsdale Blonde. Just remember, cybercrime is bad. Love RITC Cybersecurity, and we'll see you in about a week.